All right, Ted Jenkin, Oxygen Financial. You've heard the conversation in the last couple of minutes. Oil in Tennessee. Possible investment. You heard my new acquaintance, Saeed, maybe possible new business partner. Do you know Saeed? I don't know if you guys run in the same
No, I don't know Saeed personally.
You should.
Well, he's a big name in the money world, from what I understand.
He is a baller, right? I mean, did you see him drive up?
Yeah, he drives a Mercedes, black one, by the way.
You can lease those.
Well, at least anything anyway.
You can borrow that.
People are thinking, well, I got some people thinking it's a bit, plus some people think I'm an idiot, like Steve. And then there's some people that are like,
I didn't say idiot. I think you're trying to make money for you and your family. I just think this is a funny way to do it.
And then some people are saying that there is oil in Tennessee. What do you think?
Well, I can tell you for a lot of years, I actually sold natural gas investments in Tennessee.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm 100% serious about this. So what's happening is in the Appalachian Basin.
Yeah, that's where
there
we're
are
going.
a lot of coal mines, and in the coal mines, what ends up happening is that the companies buy the coal mines once they're dug out.
Sure.
And then they go down and they do something called horizontal fracking.
Yes, we're going to frack.
Yeah, you frack. And then, seriously, what ends up happening is you hit natural gas. In this case, you can end up making a considerable amount of money if you hit it. So
you've been a part of fracking and you've hit it.
Yes.
And you made money.
I fracked and I hit.
So the idea of digging for oil in northern Tennessee is not far-fetched.
Well, let me say this to you.
And anybody can Google it and see that I'm totally right here. I mean,
Google oil in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Oil wells capped and uncapped.
Yeah, somebody Google it now.
There are a lot of people, Jason, that didn't think this could happen in states like Ohio. And Ohio, completely changed its economy when it hit shale. So, the whole reality is, if you think about this as an investor, you do have to go into it thinking, because probably 80 to 90% of the time, you're going to lose all of your money.
Oh, boy, that's good odds.
Well, Ted, they said that there's a 20% chance that we would hit. Those are pretty good odds.
If you want to lose all your money. No, look, and the thing...
You would gamble with 20% odds to win?
You gamble in the lottery and your odds are worse.
Yeah, but I'm only spending $3 to $6 on a scratcher or
over time you've probably spent the same exact amount of money that I would invest.
I'm no stranger to the $10 and $20 scratcher, that's for sure.
So if you think about big risk, big reward, and 20% when you're digging 40 different wells, in which they're going to do, and if you hit 8 to 12, in which they're expecting to do over the next 2 years.
What did they say the yearly? I haven't seen the deal, but what do they say is the yearly cash flow that would come out of the deal? So if you invested $25,000, would you get 10% a year? Would you get 20% a year? Because a lot of investors don't.
That's confidential, Ted. I'd like to keep that to myself.
That's between him and Saeed and his leased Mercedes.
What were you saying?
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize, you can buy gas or oil type things publicly. They have things out there that you can buy, but if you buy it privately, you're really not going to make your money, because I've been involved in these deals. You're not going to make your money so much in getting the capital back down the road. The way the money's made is if they hit the oil wells, that you'd expect to get a very, very high cash flow, and then your return on investment is determined based upon the cash flow. So if they don't hit, obviously you don't make anything. If they hit a little bit, you might make your money back. But you have to really hit numerous wells in there to make the cash flow out of the investment.
Let me ask
you, how many barrels to get his money back?
I haven't counted on this deal.
It's a lot of barrels.
You think it'll be called Bailey barrels?
Let me ask you this, Ted. Okay, so if they're, I'm not the only person right now, especially listening to this show, that's always looking for other ways to make money.
All right, that's a great point. You're just the only one looking to drill for oil in Tennessee.
If this is, let's just hypothetically say, a bad idea, okay? Because
hypothetically,
I haven't done it yet. What would be a better idea?
Yeah, Ted, to make money.
Well, a better idea, if you're going to stay in this type of sector, oil and gas, is that you can buy over. Yeah, I say over the counter.
You can buy. Are you becoming an oil man?
You can buy things out there called master limited partnerships, or they're called MLPs, and you can buy them over the counter because you have liquidity of your money. If it doesn't work out, you can just sell out. When you get into a private deal like this, typically you need to be what's called to be an accredited investor, which means you need to have a certain amount of net worth or income over the past several years.
Right.
And it's impossible to get your money back out. Like if you need to liquidate it, it's very, very difficult to get it out. So I'd rather do it over the counter if you're going to buy something like this.
Okay, in layman's term, outside of MLPs and whatever the hell you're just talking about.
And liquidity. Make sure you have liquidity over your money. Is that the ability to liquid it?
Liquidate or liquidate it. So what's something simplistic? If somebody, is making, let's say, in the ballpark of 50, 60 grand a year, and then they're like, look, I'm listening to this Bailey character on the radio talking about drilling for oil in Tennessee. Not my game, but I'm listening to Ted Jenkin from Oxygen Financial talking about other ways to make some money, and outside of MLPs and liquidating and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's a better idea?
A better idea is to buy something that which means maybe that you might buy a mutual fund, something that you would know companies that are out there that you're familiar with, the Apples, the Starbuckses, the Coca-Colas of the world.
Jet.com.
Right, that you're familiar with. Or today, if you like real estate and you know real estate, and somebody like you who I know knows real estate, I'd rather see you look at something like that, maybe an investment property or something over the counter that you can buy.
There you go.
Something tangible.
Yeah.
Right, something that and I think to anybody listening or anybody even in this room, thank God I was born with. I'm jealous of no man. I'm only happy for people, and I think everybody's got to find another stream of income. Anything you can do, and I don't want to see anybody living paycheck to paycheck. So I'm with you. If Bailey wants to invest in something like what you're talking about, Ted, something tangible, investment on real estate or like you said, mutual funds, cool. But drilling for oil in Tennessee.
Look,
what the hell?
I'm not saying that Saeed's
with a 20% chance of striking.
Yeah, I mean, here's what it is. This is one step removed from the lottery. People get excited about the lottery because they dream about getting this cash infusion.
Well, you can win big if you can pick those 6 numbers.
I was so close. I got 2.
Did you? Yeah. It feels good when you even get 1. Got to get that Powerball though. You get like $8.
But these private investments are only one step removed because you're going to have a buddy that comes to you and says, "Look, I got a great deal. You put your money in it. You're going to probably triple or quadruple your money in a couple of years." 9 out of 10 times, what's going to happen? You're going to lose all of your money.
You guys think so? You're so pessimistic. You got to be more optimistic.
Well, he's real.
Yeah, well, I'm real too. It's real oil. Tennessee's a real state. It's a real place.
But this is what
I've seen thousands of these deals over my career.
That's what he does for a living.
I'm different. Justin in Powder Springs, you know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you know a guy that's actually done this, correct?
Well, I know a guy who lives up in Tennessee, right on the Tennessee-Kentucky line.
Yeah.
And he has several wells on his property. And back when oil was $300 a barrel, his wells produced 1 barrel a day.
All right, $300 a day. That adds up. It does.
Yeah. Well, it's probably the guy I'm going to dig oil from his house. Or
how's it work out for him now that it's down to 40?
Well, it may be, but you got to realize you're not going to be the next Jed Clampett and strike it rich. So, and you got to look at it another way. If they tell you there's a 20% chance you jump on this airplane and it's not going to land, would you jump on it?
A 20% chance it's not going to land?
Wow, that's a really good analogy.
I would take 80%. I think I would feel the love of 80% that I would land. I could handle that.
God,
maybe.
Justin, you're smarter than you sound. That's a really good analogy. Wow, 20% chance the air. No, probably not.
He's saying it's 80% it's going to crash.
I'm not going to die if you don't strike oil.
Oh, if you're saying 80% it's going to crash, hell no, I'm not getting on it.
Right.
I thought he flipped it.
No, but I'm not going to, like Nate just said, I'm not going to die if we don't strike oil. There's a big difference.
You may financially die, and that's a worse death. No. I'd rather just be taken out than be bled dry financially.
Look, you see all these people that are making silly money with, they take risks. You took a risk on Southside Steve's, the Smokey and the Bandit themed bar.
Which was an awesome place, and I think we made money. I just got cheated out of a lot of it.
And years ago, I took a chance with my ex-wife with a woman's boutique called Downtown Divas.
Oh, wait.
And that was a learning experience.
Downtown Divas, baby. You gonna get your diva on? You gonna do it in the country? Hell no, you're gonna do it downtown.
Why am I like the joke here about all this stuff?
Downtown
I'm not saying Southside Steve's was better. I mean, it's,
No, did you not have a good time at Southside Steve's?
Yeah, I did have a good time.
You have to think about it.
Yeah.
Brandy, did you not have
poppers are great.
The jalapeno poppers?
I had a great time. I worked there one night.
You did?
I made no money, but I worked there.
You should have been here. I would have employed you. It'd have been bartending night. I'd have had your fiance on a beer tub wearing hardly anything.
Yeah, and I would have allowed that.
But Ted,
does anybody else want to be a part of a bad investment? Come on.
We got Downtown Divas and Southside Steve's. And Ted,
I feel bad, Ted.
Have you ever made a bad business decision?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would say 90% of my decisions have been great. But of course,
I would say so. You're batting high.
Every once in a while, you make a bad decision. More often than not, it's because you don't really read through and understand the investment that you're in. I will tell you, when you're not in control of your money and you don't exactly know how you're going to get your money back out, more often than not, you're going to lose it.
That makes a lot of sense.
That does make sense.
In all seriousness, just to help you guys listening out, I mean, because I feel bad for Ted. Ted actually, he's part of this silly conversation that Steve
Ted,
and I
didn't mean to suck you.
I like it.
But if what you're saying is like real estate or something that's tangible, a mutual fund, that you can control. You can see your money, you can touch your money, you can control it to an extent versus giving your money away to somebody and just hoping and praying in a couple years you'll get a return.
Think about this. If somebody's asking you for 10 grand, 5 grand, 25 grand, or 50 grand, and they could make a boatload of money, why would they be asking you for money? Wouldn't you think that if you could figure out how to double, triple, or quadruple your money quickly, you would figure out every way possible to use all the money and control it all yourself? So more often than not, when somebody's leveraging your money, there's a better than average chance that you're going to lose it.
Well, I'm special.
Boy, no truer words have ever been spoken there.
God,
by the way, I want to tell you, your wife told me behind your back that you are gifted. You don't mess up.
Not often.
That's impressive.
Gifted like
no, he doesn't mess up. He doesn't mess up in the bedroom or when it comes to his money.
Wow,
okay.
That's great.
I'm just guessing, Ted. I'm just guessing.
That should be a conversation. You go see Ted Jenkin at Oxygen Financial today. Say, hey, before we start talking about my money, tell me about your bedroom habits. All right, how can people
figure you win everywhere?
Right, Steve, how can people find you there, Ted?
We won't share bedroom secrets, but if you do want to learn how to make money and make it work harder for you or save money in taxes, especially if you're getting hit today, go to oxygenfinancial.net. Get our free tax guide right now on the top 10 tax deductions you can get right now this year before you file your taxes next year.
And if you do, or you're in a situation like I'm in, and you got a question, Ted's the guy to go and ask. Just go sit down at one of the two locations there, either in Buckhead or Alpharetta. And
ask about oil wells.
Ask about oil wells in Tennessee. All right. Headlines, round number 2. Brandy, what do we have?
We got another pair of tickets to see Kevin Kinney from Driving and Crying and special guest Charlie Starr from Blackberry Smoke tonight at City Winery. Tickets, more info, citywinery.com.
Fantastic.